This is going to be a video on how to clean the EGR valve passage on your 3.1 liter. Well, these 3.1 liter is a little bit more common for the EGR valve passageways to clog up or the EGR valve goes bad. So first thing you're going to want is a 10 millimeter socket with an extension. When you get these bolts out, you want to take this clip off right here. There's a little lever on the bottom you push in. Pop right out. Another thing is, if you're wondering, if your service engine soon light comes on, there will be codes 87, 88, and 89. It'll say EGR, and that'll normally cause it. Maybe if you're just driving on the highway and your service engine soon light comes on, then goes back off later. That'll cause that. Let me get this valve off. Alright, so this is what the valve's going to look like. See that carbon? Now all that carbon is going to be right down. There's a little hole down there, and it goes straight down to the throttle, or inside the throttle body, down in here. Or goes along there, goes right to the throttle body. So what you're going to want to need is you're going to need some throttle cable and a drill. Now when you're doing this, you got to be careful on not losing these wires. They'll fray, and you don't want a piece that going off inside your engine. So what you do is you turn. Let me get that in there. As soon as you tighten it up, alright, instead of going right into there, you go left. That way it doesn't fray inside, and it gets all the carbon out a lot better. Sometimes a little bit difficult to find that hole. You just want to go in and out and kind of move it around a little bit. Now you can tell just right here on all that carbon. Yeah, I guess you can't tell a whole lot with my camera, but all that carbon buildup inside there, and that easily clogs the passageways. And sometime, on really bad cases, spray a little bit of carburetor cleaner and just spray it right down that passageway and let it sit there for maybe about 5 or 10 minutes, and then take this. Then you'll notice it going further in, and then you'll notice when you put the EGR valve back on, if it's your EGR valve's good, you're going to notice a lot better engine performance and a lot better gas mileage. So let me finish up doing this. should be about good. You can just tell all that carbon and all that on my finger just came off this wire. So that's all right there. I mean, that's a really small passageway, and even if that clogs up just a little bit, it's gonna turn your EGR valve, or it's gonna make the service engine soon light come on, even just the slightest bit of clogging in it. So, and if your EGR valve is good, then you're just time to reassemble. It's a pretty easy job. So, and if you take that gasket off, make sure you line it up just like this. I've had to do this several times on this engine. It's just so common in these 3.1 liters. I know a lot of people that own these 3.1s that do the same thing, the same year especially. After this year, they made a better design in the EGR valves. They look different than this too. They're more of a saucer shape. So, but if you're noticing hesitation in your engine, lack of gas mileage, it's definitely worth to check it out. It's pretty easy to do. If you have a computer, or if you don't have a computer, you can take it to AutoZone, and they can plug it in for you for free. And I know there's a few places that do it for free, and they'll tell you whether it's your EGR valve light on or not. And in my case, my EGR valve was bad, so when I took it off and replaced it, there was all the carbon buildup from not even going through here, so it was just so bad. Some cases are like that, and you might be cleaning out that wire for a while, just getting all that carbon out. Well, that's it in this video. Don't forget to rate and subscribe.